Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, Virgos, let's jump on into this. All right, Virgos, here we go. Here we go. And let us begin. We start with the temperance in the reverse. Okay, I will say, before I started this storyline, I had that first line of that song. I think Neil Diamond sang it, but I don't know if it was his song originally because I'm hearing a different voice sing it that's higher pitch. But the road is long with many a winding ways or something like that. I think it's He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. I don't know, that's not the part that was coming up in my head. It was just that first line, like the road is long. Now, obviously, we've got kind of a pathway here behind me, so it is kind of about directions in life, perhaps right now. But with the Temperance card in the reverse, this feels like somebody is depleted. And when I couple it with the idea that there's a big long road up ahead, it almost feels like something feels imbalanced, and it's because our character is in a place of stasis. One thing hasn't left and the new thing hasn't come in yet. Instead, it's like, well, I haven't let go of something yet, so something new hasn't come in yet, and I'm just kind of like, man, this is taking forever. What is it? Seven of Wands. Okay, so far we don't actually have Virgo. This is somebody else. We have a Sag energy and we have a Leo Sag energy here. And now we have this divine masculine who, man, they're trying. They're the ones fighting, right? They are trying to bend the bars to escape their captivity. They have already had a tremendous life story, whatever this is. We have all of this, written on their chest. I don't know, maybe this is a divine masculine who's had a really heavy load to carry as far as like family members go or something like that. But I don't think so. I just think that they're sick and tired of how long something has taken them to gain their freedom. Why have they been in captivity? Eight of Cups. It has something to do with the way they've needed to leave a situation, the way they've needed to walk away. And the cost of walking away from something means like starting like a huge journey of like having to, walk into the jungle at night. And, it would be tough to have to forge your own way ahead in a big jungle, especially in the dark, right? You got to hack through and make a road for yourself. I feel like there's something about them needing to gain their full independence. And in order to do that means they're going to have to like build their life one, brick at a time, build a road for their life one step at a time. Now, I could read it differently and say, the thing that's taking them so long is to finally walk away from another situation. Like they're still entangled, they're waiting for the legalities of the divorce decree or for their final stuff. Maybe this person can't leave the state. They can't leave where they're at because they still have, some issue here, where they can't exit until the final documents have been signed or until, because the reason I'm bringing up legalities, even though we don't really have a card of legalities, is just the bars. Bars represent, jail. And I'm not saying that they're in jail. I'm just saying that there could be a legal aspect, as to why. And also the legal system works really slowly oftentimes. So with all of that said, it's impeding their ability to walk away. But walking away itself will also be a whole nother hurdle. So everything's taking a long time. Remember, they haven't let go of one thing, so they can't start something else yet. And all of this is the delay. We have a Six of Pentacles, we have a Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of gossip about them. You notice that there's the teapot, the tea is spilling. We actually have the Libra scales on that teapot. And we have this little dude standing here. It's like he knows that people talk a lot about him. This is more of my gossip card instead of my friendly collaboration card. And then we have, which by the way, that is not normally the way I would describe this. It's just, this is gossip. And I think right now it might not be the most terrific gossip. It could be gossip about a child. Even if their child is an adult now, there could be some element where they're just really frustrated that everything is taking so long that they, you can bend the bars, but he probably still can't fit through that. It's like, I can only walk away so far. I know that people are talking about me and about what my plans are. They're talking about, oh, what's he going to do? What's she going to do about my child? It feels like they're saying, I'm still going to provide for my child, but I should have some freedom of my own. I'm sorry, this is such a specific message. And so far, we just don't even have Virgo showing up here. Let me just look at Virgo. 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Well, at least in this storyline, it says that the Virgo is either aware of their broken heart, or this is the Virgo having a broken heart. There is an illusion here. There is like, man, I thought this was my soulmate. How come they haven't returned to me yet? This really sucks. That's the simple answer to that. Tell me a little bit more just about Virgo's headset right now. The 2 of Wands and the Emperor in the reverse. Okay, so this is about like Virgo's giving up on someone. That song Say Something, I'm giving up on you, is in my head now. So I'm thinking that Virgo is about ready to go ahead and just say, I think maybe my soulmate is, perhaps they are engaged dealing with their little family that they created, and I'm the outsider. So it's time to just let them go. Now, I don't think Virgo has any idea that this masculine seems to be extremely frustrated at how long this is taking them. They are actually actively trying to get themselves free. Tell me about the masculine again. Please remember, this could be same-sex couple, reverse gender roles. 5 of Wands. Sorry, guys. And the Action of Pentacles. Is everything moving slow? Oh, gosh, yes. Are they, I don't know if they're like in constant conflict, arguing, defending themselves, still trying to insist, no, I am moving forward. And there's like a lot of blockages that get thrown up at them. This keeps feeling like there's too much of a gossipy group around them. It's a continual, like, one problem after another. We have them very slowly still moving toward their goal of eventually becoming that King of Pentacles, which would be the match for our Virgo. They're still hell-bent on this path. Does Virgo know any of that they're still hell-bent to head Virgo's direction? No. A 7 of Pentacles is in the reverse now, and the present moment is upright. In this snapshot of time, Virgo actually says, this will never happen. They are never coming into my life. Okay, we got to warn this character, this is it. Your Virgo's given up completely on any of this. I feel like this was probably a relationship at a distance. It was a troubled connection. It was they meet their Virgo. The Virgo's the right person for them, but the wrong time, because they still have a duty elsewhere. I mean, we have too much family related stuff on their side, right? Even with the wolf pack here, even the way Virgo isn't aware of it. In this fictional story, this is very specific. This Virgo knows that they had some other family. So this is somebody who probably was married, had kids, had other complications, because hey, that's the adult life, right? We all have our life story that we had prior to, meeting. In this case, they met Virgo, but I think after they'd already created some kind of a life, maybe Virgo and this person are older. Maybe they're, at that phase in life where it's like this would be their second or even third marriage if they were to get together. But here's the thing, the amount of time, and I would argue maybe it makes sense that the longer we're on this planet, the more responsibilities and the more complications that we tend to have. I think that's all fair to say that. But the biggest issue that I see here is that Virgo's giving up on this, completely giving up on this. So what's their message? 10 of Swords. They've come to kind of a bit of an ultimatum moment here. It's either done with Virgo, and Virgo is ready to start looking in a different direction, or they need to go ahead and wrap up that cycle. They need to actually fly the coop. They need to be done no matter how messy the ending is, which sounds really rude. They need to end things like what with their, not talk to their children anymore. It's not that. It's all this time. In fact, they were saying, even if people are gossiping about me, even if I'm going to be changing something, I mean, it looked like if they had a child, possibly a daughter, um, they're like, well, of course, I'm still going to play a role. I'm still going to protect my child, love my child, play a role in my child's life. That's not really. I wonder if they haven't talked to their child about this though, and their child could be a full-grown adult, but still, if they're going to be, I feel like there's something about moving states, moving locations, moving, to a different province, hell, maybe moving to a different country to be with the Virgo. And they have, this is a big change because it's a lot of hurdle for them to walk away. We saw that it would be like walking through the jungle, walking into a whole different life. So I don't feel like this person has been with Virgo or even around Virgo. Virgo lives in a different location, but they are reaching a point where their decision to act is put them into a place of one thing or the other is ending now. If they choose to take action and go toward Virgo, then that's it. And they're not going back to that family scenario anymore. They need to cut that loose and they need to go be with their Virgo, or it's the Virgo who's done with them. We have the Hanged Man. See that we've come to the end of the road for all the delays. We've got the World upright. We got the 10 of Pentacles, and we got the 2 of Swords. Honestly, I see exactly the same message in this. It's time to end the procrastination. It's even here we see like Virgo sitting there possibly in a wedding dress holding the scythe. That's like the like the, what do you call them, the Grim Reaper's scythe. This is, I come in and I sever the connection, and we see that let's say this is Virgo, even though technically it's Capricorn energy, but let's say this is Virgo sitting there saying, are we ever going to have a new beginning? See, I think time's run out. Virgo has the I want to call it an egg timer. I always do this. Hourglass. There we go. Time is up. Time is up. And it's either they need to show up like now, or certainly within the next 10 days. I think that we're down to a 10-day time period because this is a 10 and this is a 10. And these are completion of cycles. And there's the scissors that cut things free. Either you're with me or you're not, and we're done now. We're done. So, that the road is long with many a winding, whatever that song is. Maybe that's, if they've been thinking, oh, this is going to take forever. Virgo is of the different opinion. I'm actually done now. I realize after all this time, nothing has changed. Nothing will change. And so I'm cutting them loose. Virgo's cutting them loose. I said, what do they need to know? They need to know that that's it. They're out of time. They maybe have 10 days, but if they're not actively, and it might sting for them to have to end things with family, right? Because this is like a wasp. They may be called mean names. They may have, like if they've already had people gossiping about them and people that haven't, had the nicest of viewpoints about them, if they leave now, they may have to face the wrath of, whatever family members or, whomever is going to judge them for moving forward to be with Virgo. But they have to get moving toward Virgo. They need to fly to Virgo, go home to Virgo, whatever this is. Otherwise, this is it. This is the scissors that will determine what path in life. There are times when we have to cut off one thing or the other, and this is the moment. So it's a moment of truth. I will say this on the bottom of the deck, and I never look at the bottom of the deck, but for some reason, when I put the deck down, I put it down sunny side up. This is not a 2 of Cups card, but I always think of it that way. But in fact, this is the 2 of Pentacles. But you notice how they're 2 halves of the same butterfly and is tattooed on the bone structure. Again, this just boils down to underneath it all. Oh, what's that song now by Gwen Stefani? You really love me underneath it all. That could be the message that Virgo and this person, yep, they love each other. But if this individual cannot sever the connections, cannot firmly leave behind whatever role they were playing elsewhere, whatever obligations they've had elsewhere, does not mean they abandon their child, They would still be around the child. We even have the dragonfly reassuring that dragonflies are, action taking this, but they have to make a confident decision for their own life. There's no more leeway here. Virgo is not giving this person any more. I think Ben is in my head, but I'm actually thinking of that other song that was about the little mouse that Michael Jackson sang when he was a kid. It's about Ben. I don't know why that's in my head right now. We have Santa Muerte. By the way, I've never actually seen that, so I think that's weird. And we have the Four of Wands. This is the Death card, followed by the Four of Wands. Are they going to make the change then? I mean, their happiness with Virgo, again, all I keep seeing is the ultimatum. It's either they're done, they don't get Virgo, and Virgo goes on, and Virgo's life is going to blossom. Here's the thing. Virgo's on this precipice of an amazing glow up in their life, but they'll either glow up in their business and their life is going to be amazing. They very well may meet somebody and, give birth to some new, they could meet a Scorpio and give birth to some new amazing, business that they build with a different partner. If it is not this person from the past who approaches Virgo is about to have a very satisfying life, and they will marry somebody else. But first they get a huge blossom in the balance of their life. And this very clearly shows a business person. So, and I've just been being very specific with whatever this storyline is. I think this Virgo is about to have an amazing glow up in their business realm. What does that mean for this Virgo and this person from their past? It could be with them. 3 of Cups. We have the Emperor upright and we have that 6 of Pentacles. This might be that it is finally time for these two lives to collide. I feel like this Virgo has been exceptionally patient or understanding that, in life, it's about divine timing. Sometimes we meet the right person, but life is not going to be so swift and easy for us to just be able to leap into each other's worlds. I understand all that. But at some point in time, it's okay, this is it now. I've been patient long enough. This is now my time to receive. This actually says, even though Virgo has made the declaration, I'm ready to look in a new direction. I almost feel like it's that energy of Virgo releasing this, being willing, truly willing to release all of it, that is triggering, I think Virgo's about to get everything they ever wanted. The union, the full attention of the person who should have already been giving them full attention. But hey, in this storyline, it's not about they wanted to be with Virgo, but they were still messing with an ex. It wasn't like that. This storyline was more about responsibilities, and maybe even legal delays, but this is finally getting wrapped up. And it looks like they are coming toward the Virgo. If this is who the Virgo wants, I will say Virgo's about to get a flood of all the good stuff. They're about to get a partnership. They're about to get somebody fully dedicated to them. They're about to have a huge business glow up. It almost feels like Virgo is entering into a time of huge, huge, huge abundance. And maybe it's a reward because Virgo was really, really patient, but they also have a mindset that says, but at some point, no more patience. I need to just move forward. And I think that's really brave too. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thanks so much for hanging with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs